Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answers to the human experience? Welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, a 2-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next 2 hours, listen, call in, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, and share love and light.
Shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light, there's a light that opens doors for everyone. Oh, there's a light that touches hearts. There's a light to open everyone to love. Love may hold the answer we are looking for. Love may open up another door of light. Oh, there's a light. Oh, there's a light. Open up in everyone. Can you feel it? There's a light to change the world. Won't you be a part of the light? Oh, love, it is the answer now, and we can see love. There's a light. There's a light that shines inside of me. Oh, there's a light. Oh, there's a light that shines inside of you. Oh, yes, indeed. There is a light right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. We're answering your questions all across the nation. And speaking of a nation, yes, indeed, we are a different nation with a new president. So we will see how this roundabout goes. So everyone hold the vision, ask the universe to guide us, ask for all of the blessings, regardless of what side of the fence you're on. It is really important that we pray for peace, that we pray for unity, and that we find a better way of the things that weren't really working. And of course, we want to pray for the end of this pandemic because it's getting a little boring, but we are on our way for transformation. And there's a reason why all of this is happening, and we may not have the God master plan playbook, but you know, at the end of the day, we have opportunities to interpret things that are going on and use them as ways to shift our own personal life and take a good look at what maybe is not working and how we want our life to shift. So where would you like to make a shift? And what conversations are you having with the universe? Hey, are you talking to the angels? Are you talking to the guides? Are you talking to your loved ones? Are you talking? Or are you walking around singing the song, everybody's talking at me, I don't hear what they're saying, only the echoes of my mind. I don't know what's going on, but we've all, I think some of us have been walking in circles talking to ourselves, because this lockdown that we had this past year, that was a wake-up call. And so now we are looking at a new way of shifting our lives and how we can make things different for ourselves. But if you're at that crossroad, if you don't know how to make the shift and the change, or where you're working is not giving you the support that you need to have a better work environment, perhaps they've gone through a shift and a change. Maybe you just got laid off of your job. Maybe you don't have enough to take care of your family. Maybe you're at that crossroad that is a burdensome experience. That's a time you get down on your knees and you ask the universe to give you some assistance, and you send up the SOS. You know, there's that feeling of you need assistance, you need help. And often if we turn to friends and family, they can only do so much because they're navigating their own changes, and they're limited to how they interpret your circumstance and situation. But what I've come to notice is that, God doesn't give you anything you can't handle. But for some of us, we get overwhelmed and we don't know how we're going to find our way through the tough times. And that's when the power of prayer, the power of meditation, the ability to be still and be in the silence of what is for your highest good, that energy, to feel that feeling. We all have opportunities to do that. But many of us don't have an opportunity to take that chance because we don't do what we'd like to do because we're just too busy. This pandemic gave us some of that break. I was talking to someone yesterday and we were exploring the fact that, for a lot of people, you gave up, for those of you who are working home, you gave up that drive to and from work. You gained another 30 minutes to an hour at either end of your day. You maybe aren't going out to lunch anymore because that's really not so much of an option. And, for some of us, we really aren't going to very many places. It's just not the right choice for us. So whoever you are, whatever you're doing, life has been altered. Never did we think the day would come that going to the movies, a basic thing, would really not be something that's an easy or fun thing to do anymore. So we have looked at life and how it's changed and how is it relating to our individual lives. And for some of you, it's given you the opportunity to change. And when life throws you a curveball, and for many of you, there's been quite a few curveballs. And for those of you who, if you played the game of dodgeball, you dodged the ball, and the curveball didn't knock you in the head or knock you out, then consider yourself grateful and lucky. But for those who have had a curveball thrown their way and it kind of threw them into a tailspin, this is the time when your conversations with God count the most. To me, they all are important. But when you're in this moment where the universe has you in a place where you can ask for assistance and they're looking to see what are you willing to do to make a change for yourself. What are you asking for? You know, many of us remain stuck in a pattern of behavior and stories. We can't lose the story. And we've had a whole new narrative cast out across the world in 2020. And 2020 is hindsight. And what a view it's been. Holy crow. So now, as we look to 2021, what's coming? Well, we've got a class coming up. We'll be sending out some information on that in the next few days. And we'll be sending out promotional material for that. How to create your 2021, how to visualize, how to set intentions, how to manifest in this new energy. And it is a new energy. You know, there's a song, "This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius." This is the age of Aquarius we're coming into. So we are in the Aquarius season. We are in this change. And what this is asking us to do is to look at the picture and not lose ourselves in stories and narratives, but figure out, how do we solve the problem? How do we find solutions and make choices that will shift where we are? And how do we stay centered and connected to the universe? Your guides, your angels, your loved ones, they are always sending you messages. They are always coming to you and giving you a connection of some sort so that you know you're not alone. And we, as humans, have to pause and breathe and acknowledge that and not lose ourselves in all the possibilities that it could be, but to follow the promptings of how it feels and allow it to reveal itself. Many people get a sign from the universe and they go, "Oh, this is a sign. It must be the right choice for me." But they didn't take a step back and look at everything that was presented to them. They didn't observe how they felt and what was going on before the supposed sign happened and after, so that you really have a feeling as to what your real story is. So I want you all to notice what the universe sends your way, because they're always giving you a tip, a nudge, guidance. The universe will always beckon for you to follow the promptings and the harmony of the earth. Will always draw you forth to the highest experience if you withdraw yourself from your mind chatter, or you lose yourself from the story that you've been telling yourself and telling others. How many of you are telling the same story to people about things that happened 20 or 30 years ago, maybe 10 years ago? What story are you telling? Are you pulling out the violin, literally, and telling the story of the sob story of how your partner left you and how life threw you a curveball and all the things that happened because of that? Now, that is not to minimize anyone's experience, not to minimize how you feel when that happens. And many of us have had curveballs in our lives. So we know that it takes you by surprise. But why are we still talking about it? Why are we holding on to something that brought you down? Do you not know that when you talk about the things that have caused you the most disruption or created angst, that you become the magnet of that same experience? And here's the universe dangling in front of you, all the new possibilities, all the experiences, but you're holding on to the heaviness of what you once experienced and carrying it on as if it's a badge of war that you survived, rather than clearing up the scenery and moving to something new and better. How many of you have had horrible experiences at your job or in family, had a family squabble? How many of you have suffered some illness for yourself or someone close to you? but you are creating today your tomorrow. Shall we still talk about what bothered us the most still? Because the universe is the reverberation and the returning of a frequency that you are sending out. It will respond to you with the energy that you put out. So if you say, figures, I'd pay for something and not get it. Figures, something's going wrong. Of course, this is what's happening. That is the energy that you're creating. And you're focusing on things that are not allowing you to think new, happy thoughts and change the storyline. Many of you will say on a call, I don't have the best luck in relationships, or why is it everywhere I go to a new place of employment, I experience whatever the story is. And we have to take a good look, and we have to take responsibility for our part in it. And one of the main reasons why we are repeating a story is because that's the story you're focusing on. So we're going to give you some really important tips coming up in the work that we're going to do this year in 2021, how to recalibrate your frequency and your experiences, how to focus intention, and how to be this magnificent manifester of the life that you want and weave it within the conscious creation of your relationship with your guides, your angels, with God, the universe, and still be a part of the world and not lose yourself in the narrative that may be going on at a particular time. Not as if we are the ostrich burying our head so that we, get it up the you-know-what, because we're not looking. I'm not saying that. But we don't need to buy into a narrative across the globe all the time and then expect our ability to manifest what we want in our immediate day-to-day experience to come to pass if we are focusing on the things that are, not bringing joy to the world. And no, not everything is roses. We understand that. And we understand that most of the painful times that have happened on this earth at this time, first of all, is a product of the collective consciousness and everyone's thoughts and feelings and angst and anger and frustration. And it has just reached a pivotal point where it had to come to a head. And here we are. But it's not just the people in power. It's not just another country or another person. Everyone's thoughts go into a vast, energetic pool that form an energy that begins to take shape. So when you have a conflict with a person or a coworker, or you have a conflict within yourself, that, besides you're dealing with it on a day-to-day basis and navigating it, which will happen, that experience and how you interpret it and how you choose to allow it to disrupt you creates a disruption in the outer experience, which forms the collective energy of the world and every human. Telepathically, we can all focus on something and make a change. They don't teach us that in school. But that is essentially what prayer does. That's what meditation does. We are focusing our energy on a specific topic and gathering together in prayer or mantras or chants or even a simple rosary. And we're asking for a shift in energy, and we are calling upon a high frequency to assist our human frequency in the manifestation. You're a powerful being. So whatever you observe in the world, you have the power to see it as it is and then send it energy to transform it for a higher outcome. That's not always based on your personal desire. Or you can just feed into the frenzy of what's going on. Fear is false evidence appearing real. So remember that the next time you feed yourself with fear, feed yourself with energy of joy and happiness and good feelings. Truly understand that you have the power to create. Well, we're talking to the universe tonight, and we're looking to your guides and your angels for the guidance that we need. And we're answering your questions right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. We're welcoming your calls at 888-565-1470. If you're on Facebook, you're on YouTube, well, we do welcome your comments, your questions right there. And we ask that you leave a specific question so that we can navigate the questions with ease and grace and move the program along so that we can get to as many people as possible. You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, and that's me, Sarah Spiritual. Stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. You know, we're going to be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me?
Interested in state-of-the-art healing? Call Ray Crowley at 561-276-9643. Ray Crowley is a pioneer in the use of hyperbaric oxygen therapy, effectively treating cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, brain injuries, strokes, and showing great promise for treating COVID-19 without mechanical respirators. Ray Crowley has 40 years of experience in physical therapy, treating sports injuries, traumatic brain injury, and other neurological conditions with astonishing results. Visit OxygenRescueCareCentersOfAmerica.com or call Crowley Physical Therapy in Delray Beach at 561-276-9643 to schedule your appointment today.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Because you know that you know me. Yes, indeed, I am Sarah Spiritual, and we're answering your questions all across the nation. And I just can't wait to talk to you at 888-565-1470. And we've got our Facebook friends sharing the page, so thanks so much. And if you be so kind on YouTube, do the same thing. Give us a question and give us your birthday. And if you're asking about someone else along with you, I need both birthdays so I can zippity-doo-dah, fly up to the universe, grab some information, and toss it back to you so we can get to as many questions as possible. So I am going to go to my Facebook friends before I go to my phone lines, because we've got the phone lines rocking. And what caller are you? Well, we've got hundreds of calls on the line, so we can't wait to get to as many as possible. We've got Natasha Monique Allen. Natasha Monique Allen, she says, hey, hello, and she's saying hi to Helena, who works with us on our Sunday Fun Day. She says, starting a new business, will it be good for me? Actually, this is a great time for you to start something new. It is a great time for you to balance your career, your personal life, and don't forget your connection to the divine universe. And I really feel that by May, things are just starting to chug along, and you're feeling a sense of purpose and feeling like, yes, I've made the right choice. So Natasha Monique Allen, we wish you great vibes for this new business, and we do hope that you keep us posted. We're going to pull another one from Facebook. Let's see who we've got. We got Cassia Masi, and she says, hey, Sarah, it's my first time here, and she wants to know, it's a really important question. She's like, am I going to marry Daniel? And she gives her birthday, and she gives his birthday. So the first thing that I am made aware of with Daniel is that Daniel is really ready for a new beginning, a fresh start. And I've got to say that feels like last year was a little bumpy for him. He went through a major transition. So I feel like he's kind of getting his feet wet in this relationship and really opening himself up more and more. And for you, my dear, this is the perfect time for you to close out the things that don't serve you anymore and get ready for this new beginning. So I do feel like this time is a preparatory time for the two of you to build this relationship. And when I spin you to 2022, it is really possible that I hear those wedding bells, because I am feeling that this relationship is supercharged with love, and we just got to navigate some of the personality differences and the things in life that are already in motion. And once we pass through that, all systems go. I hear the wedding bells. Thanks, Cassia Masi, for your Facebook question. Going to pull one more question. Let's see who we've got. Joy Christina Wright. Joy Christina Wright, she says, hey, what gives? He's been a great, but there's this other girl, and she's still lingering. We got an ex. You know what those exes do? Lord, Jiminy Crickets, those exes, they just, I don't know. I think they should send them all to Texas, but I've got followers in Texas, so I don't think they'll like that too much. I've got a pile of exes in part of Dallas, Texas. But I just got to say this. You know, does she even love or want to be with him? For her, it's a power play, it's control, it's manipulation, and she's just having difficulty letting go. And she kind of has this pull and hold on him. So that's where he's got to be strong and really know where his feelings lie. Because it's really about the two of them closing chapters and cutting the cords of karma. Be a little patient with this, but this ex, well, she's a tough one. So you hold the vision of united we stand, divided we fall. So just don't let her get in between the two of you, and be patient with this. He needs to draw the line, hold the boundary, and he needs the one to stop, drop, and block her and not let her get to him. So keep us posted on that one, Joy Christina Wright. Otherwise, we'll be seeing you at ABC Daytime Soap Opera. Thanks so much. We're going to go to the phone lines at 888-565-1470. I got to go to Sunrise, Florida. I got Tiffany on the line. Tiffany, how you doing tonight?
I'm well, and how are you?
I'm doing great, Tiffany. And how can we assist you tonight?
Well, will I have kids?
That's a great question.
I've been trying.
Well, first of all, this year is also a year for some advancement for you in your work and career and growth. So you're planning on making some changes in that for yourself, please?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So I'm going to say this to you. Focus on what you want to create financially in stability and business. And just lighten up on the baby story so that the baby can come and catch you at the perfect time. But yes, I do see baby. They give me the number 2 in the heavens. So I feel like there's 2.
Oh,
Okay. Now,
nice.
maybe you get lucky and get 2 for the price of 1. That sounds like a good deal to me, but we'll see. But as I look at the energy, Tiffany, I feel that it's a matter of timing. And I'm not a doctor. I cannot tell you anything about anything medical. But I feel like you're just not quite planning the timing right of, you might say we're trying, but I don't know that we're really trying the way we need to try. So you might want to check some methodology to kind of fine tune that window so that we can have that wonderful baby on its way. But the suggestion from the universe is don't try too hard. Okay? Just let it be.
You.
You're welcome, Tiffany. You've called the show before, yes?
No, this is actually my first time.
Really? How did you hear about the show?
Yes. A friend of mine told me to call, so I left work early and logged right in.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for calling. Welcome to our family. And Tiffany, there's a lot of love and support on the other side from your angels. You talk to the angels because I have your angels around you. And I'm also made aware of a woman who stands on mom's side of the family, connected, feels more in the position of great-grandmother energy. Great-grandmother has passed, yes?
Yes, she has.
Yes. And she's standing in support of you as well. And when I look to the answer of the 2, I get it from a female on your side of the family. So I feel like great-grandma's cheering you on.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes. Grandma's still living, though. Her daughter's still living, yes, please?
Yes, she is.
Okay. So she's with her as well, and your mom, she's giving me 3. So who's the number 3 belong to? 3 people in your family, your mom's family? What is she's talking about? 3. She gave me the number 3. So.
Okay, so I have my sister,
Mm-hmm.
my mom, and then my grandmother.
Okay. Those 3. Okay. So she's watching over the 3 of you. Thank you so much for that.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. God bless
Thank
you. Bye for now.
God bless.
All right. Bye. 888-565-1470. We're going to take another call, and I've got to go to Connecticut. Let's see what's going on in Connecticut. And we've got Paul on the line. Paul, how are you? Paul? Do we have Paul on the line?
Hello?
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Good, good.
Good to have you connected with us. This is your first time calling, yes?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. So, Paul, when I look at the energy around you, the first thing that I'm made aware of is that this year is really your time to step out of the box, kind of color outside the lines is really how I want to describe it, and put yourself on a better path. Because something with work and career, we're trying to get some things a little less stressful and work better for you. Feeling like not everybody's on the same playing field or page at your work or your job. Does this make sense to you?
Yeah, it does. They had me stay away for a little bit, but they had me come back,
Okay.
and it was a good feeling to come back. So yeah, I'm just happy to be back.
Okay,
at
great,
work.
great. But for a while, we weren't all on the same page. You were feeling
Right.
like you didn't know what was happening, right? So this is a
Right.
shift and a change. I also feel that you've been well respected there, and I feel as if there's more responsibility that they can give you. And when I say more responsibility, the way the Spirit gives it to me is that I see you doing your task, and then they give you something else, and then there's a way for you to move up and accept more responsibility, yes? And what you do is
Okay.
kind of hands-on, yes, please? Is it hands-on? Okay.
Yeah, that's
Physical
correct.
and connection, right? So we're
Correct.
moving and shaking, and well, Lord, you could run the whole show if they just gave you the chance. And I know as you stand in the background, because you're the big picture guy. You need to see what's going on. So you kind of look and go, if we did that differently, and if so-and-so did that, this would work a lot better. But they didn't ask me, so I'll keep my mouth shut. But you've got a vision, and this is a good thing for you. I also
Right.
feel as if there's a little anxiety with you. So I feel like sometimes you internalize things, and then you feel a little stressed. Does this make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. and your sleep isn't right, you're waking up in the middle of the night, you're not 100% rested when you're going to work. And then, of course, there's the stresses of life in general. This makes sense, yes?
Yep, that's
Okay.
correct.
So, Paul, what's your question for me? How can I assist you?
Well, I mean, you pretty much summed it up pretty much. Well, I mean, I just want to see what this year looks like moving forward with relationships, money, finances, stuff like that.
It's
going to
meant
be a good year.
It's meant to be a better year. I want you to look at it as a
Correct.
building block. Next year, I feel like we network. I know we have a job, but there's an idea of a business or something you want to do personally that you're considering, yes?
Yes.
Okay. This is something that will move well, but it's not really to be started till the end of this year. So visualize, begin conversations, but don't really activate it. We need to pass through this year. And then I feel next year we have some networking and connections with the right people that help you move it forward. I also feel that there's your family's a little complicated. That makes sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Well, you could join my Facebook friend, Joy Christina Wright, and do your own daytime soap opera or something, because it's a busy place over there. So Spirit makes me feel as if you can only do so much, and then you have to learn to step back and let them all figure it out for themselves. I feel like you get pulled like a wishbone, and there's too much pulling on you. Your personal life and family life, it's a lot. And this is where the stress comes. You cannot please all the people all the time. This year will move better for you, and you want to be lining up with the things that make you happy. If it doesn't make yourself feel happy, you have to look at where's the disconnect, and then eventually you learn to disconnect from things that no longer serve you. So this is going to be an important year to think outside the routine and the box of obligation, which you seem to have dived all the way in, and I need you to get out of the obligation box and do things that are really driven by your heart and your soul. And then you'll find a much easier ride on this earth. All right, my dear?
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Paul. How'd you hear about the show?
Through a friend.
Okay. Well, thank you, friend. I appreciate it greatly. Bye for now.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we'd love to hear from you at 888-565-1470. On Facebook, on YouTube, pop your question in the feed. You know we're going to do our best to get to you, and if we don't get to you during the show, we'll pop back in and give you some answers. Stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. You know we're going to be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen?
Interested in state-of-the-art healing? Call Ray Crowley at 561-276-9643. Ray Crowley is a pioneer in the use of hyperbaric oxygen therapy, effectively treating cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, brain injuries, strokes, and showing great promise for treating COVID-19 without mechanical respirators. Ray Crowley has 40 years of experience in physical therapy, treating sports injuries, traumatic brain injury, and other neurological conditions with astonishing results. Visit OxygenRescueCareCentersOfAmerica.com or call Crawley Physical Therapy in Delray Beach at 561-276-9643 to schedule your appointment today.
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat
Interested in relieving tension, reducing stress, and revitalizing your energy? Call reflexologist Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954 to book your session. Reflexology of the hands, face, and ears improves circulation, the functioning of the nervous system, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, and leads to a glowing complexion. Experience what reflexology can do for you today. Contact Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Here live on WWNN. And do you know me? Do I know you? You know, I think we all have been together in another lifetime. And I'm just glad that we chose to regroup in this one. But holy crow, what a show it's been. And 2020, thanks so much for the memories. But we are ready for 2021. Rolling up our sleeves. We got a new attitude, a new beginning. And we're going to learn how to calibrate ourselves and move forward and set intentions in this 2021. We're tuning in, tapping into the universe, and we're getting divine universal flow, divine love, divine truth, divine justice, and divine healing. So let's see what we've got going on. I'm going to take a call from Fort Lauderdale, and I've got Marie on the line. Marie, how are you?
Fine.
I'm doing great, Marie. And how can I assist you tonight?
Okay, so I've been thinking about starting my own business.
Yes.
So I've been wondering what do the spirits see for me as moving forward, leaving the job that I'm at now to branch out with my own business.
At this time, starting your own business is not the best move for you. And there's a time for everything, and now is not the time for you to do that. I understand that there's dissatisfaction. You don't feel like you're getting paid what you're worth. There's a lot of trouble where you work. Things are not easy, and you're really feeling like you could do better. But the skill set that you need to work on is how to promote yourself, how to draw forth people to follow you and build your business. That's something that is not one of the skill sets that you have. So you're learning, and you have to work on that. To build a business, you need to be your own Pied Piper. And so right now there's some groundwork that you have to lay as far as product, service, and how are you going to implement it. And then who would your demographic be? Who is your primary target, and how are you going to reach them? There's a lot of due diligence and work that needs to be done behind the scenes. And when I look at this year, I look at this year as a good set for your finances to build a backbone for a business. But I really feel to step into your sole purpose, your mission for the universe to step in, guide you, is next year in 2022.
Yeah, that's my year to launch it. I'm just like giving myself like a year to like have everything under my belt, you know?
Yes, you've got a lot of work to do though. So we can't lose ourselves in the baby drama that goes on at the workplace, yes?
Right. That's why I'm so ready to leave.
Oh, Lord. It's
tired.
It's like
so
Peyton
tired.
Place. But I also see that there's a lot of different people, a lot of different personalities, and you all are under a lot of stress as well, yes? At that job? Yeah. Okay. And I feel as if someone's making it difficult, like I'm drawing circles around here, because I feel as if as I draw my paper, there's a whole bunch, like you're going around in circles, and people are always kind of double talking. I don't know. It's just like there's a lot of miscommunications, and you don't know if you're coming or going. Does that make sense? Yes?
Right. It's nothing but good. There's like 5 of us, and it's like every day is something. And I'm like, you know what? Like I have 10 years experience what I'm doing.
Right.
I feel like it's my time to just, I have a lot of customers that, you know, just say they feel like I have gifted hands.
Right.
So I'm like, you know, maybe it's just my time to just start, you know, doing research and just trying to branch out on my own.
Yeah. Get your own little suite or something, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So, but do the due diligence, get yourself together. You don't have the following. And because we're in a little bit of an imbalance in how the world is choosing to function during these unprecedented, difficult times of the pandemic, you may not want to put yourself in the position that you get yourself on a lockdown and then you're not okay. Okay?
Right.
So we're going to wait till next year. We'll see how that goes. But I do feel that 2022 through 2024, fresh start, new beginning, great opportunities for you. All right?
Thank you.
You're welcome, Marie. You've called before, yes?
Yes.
All right. Thanks so much for calling again. Bye for now. 888-565-1470. We're going to pull a question from Facebook. Who do we have here on Facebook? We've got Marty Allen. Marty Allen, she says, hey, does Spirit believe I'm going in the right direction with my Facebook project, and will I get better at it? You absolutely will, Marty Allen, and I do feel like this is a time for you to expand. And I feel as if you're building up a niche and a project that is going to launch successfully and build momentum after the 6th month of the year. I had to think, what month is that? That would be June in 2021. So, Marty, keep keeping on. I look forward to connecting with you, and I know that this is going to be a great year for you, particularly the second half of 2021. We're going to pull another question from Facebook or YouTube. Let's see who we have. We're going to YouTube. We've got Alidia Sohuku. That's a nice YouTube name. And she says, I'm feeling a bit hurt and sad at the moment. Can you tell me a little bit about where I stand in my love life? And she goes over the birthdays of the people. So the first thing that I'm made aware of is that this relationship was strained for about the past 6 months. And they're also making me feel as if he has been a little reclusive, is the word they give me, removed. He has been a little disconnected. I also see that he is really moving forward in a direction to get some things on track for his work and his career, and this is also a major distraction. I do not feel that he has always conveyed all of his thoughts and his words. They have not been spoken well, and I do not feel that you have an accurate understanding of how he's really feeling and where his truth lies. It is best to take a step, and I know you're feeling a little sad about this, best to take a step back and see what he shows you next, because I feel as if this disconnect may be for the better in the long run if you just let him have his space. Then we will really see what he's made of. Thanks so much, Alidia Soku, for your YouTube question. Well, that sounds like the name. All right. We're going to pull one more question, and we've got Nesh Donaldson. Nesh Donaldson, hello, how are you? Do I have insight on what the doctors will find on your daughter? Well, I'm not a medical practitioner, but I do know that at the end of the day, your daughter will come out ahead, and she will be okay. And this is something that your angels and guides want you to know, that she will be fine. I cannot make a diagnosis, so I cannot begin to even express what I feel it might be. But Nesh Donaldson, just trust that the universe has your back, and your angels and your guides are with you. We're going to take a question from Delray Beach. I've got Paula on the line. Paula, how are you?
I'm fine. Can you hear me?
I hear you perfectly, Paula. How you doing?
I am well. I'm so glad I got in.
Me too. You know, Paula, I was feeling like we were on like one of those daytime game shows, and I'm like, you are caller number 474. Okay, and you've won behind box number 2. A question with Sarah Spiritual. What's your question?
You know, there is a geographical place where you're at your highest good, you know?
Yes.
I believe that, at least.
Yes.
And I'm wondering if I am where I should be. Is this the place where, you want to be where you're celebrated rather than sort of tolerated? So what do you think about this? Where is this the place that I should be?
Very interesting. So yes, so from a geographical, astrological, frequency point of view, there are certain places we need to be. So for instance, little did I know that one of the places I needed to be, and that there was actually a pre-programmed frequency for me, was in West Palm Beach. I had no idea. But later on, things are revealed. And I do not feel that Delray Beach, Florida, is the place where you are really able to be your best self, at least not this part of Florida. There are other places in Florida for you, and I also want to take you out into, and I have 2 spots that have a frequency that aligns with you and your purpose and your destiny. And one of them is connected to Tennessee, and the other one is connected to North Carolina, particularly Charlotte, North Carolina, that area.
Mm-hmm.
So do some research, and your soul knows this answer. And so when you do some research, you may feel that pull. It was like when I made the decision to come to Florida, no one could have stopped me. I had like one day where I was like, is this a good idea? But I was like, no, I got to go. And I didn't know what was drawing me. So sit and look at pictures or a map, look at scenery online. Just kind of put yourself in that place, Paula, so that you can feel where you're pulled next. I know you love the weather here in Florida, but we could do better from a frequency point of view for sure, okay? So, yeah.
You don't see Pennsylvania in there, huh? That's okay. All right.
No, been there, done that, yes?
Yeah.
All right, what are we going to go backwards for, honey?
Well, you make a very good point there.
Let's review the notes of Pennsylvania and say, all right, we'll pass. That'll maybe the next life, but not this life.
Okay.
All right, Paula, thank you so much for calling. I will tell you this, that this year is going to bring for you an opportunity to network and connect with people once we pass through some of this craziness that we're all going through, and life has a different pace. And I see connections, and I feel networking, and I feel like you have a lot of information to share with others, wisdom to impart, and you are part of an inspired being that is here on earth to make a transition in other people's lives so you can assist them for their greater good. That is your mission, and that is what's pulling your soul to ask the question, where do I belong?
Oh, that's my mission.
Yes.
Okay. To actually be a benefit to others.
To be a benefit to others. Yes, that will fill your soul, Paula. Thank you so much for your call. I'm so glad we were able to connect with you.
And thank you.
You're welcome. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
888-565-4200. 1470. There's a light right here on WWNN, 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. Stay with us. We've got a whole nother hour to answer your questions on Facebook, YouTube, and right here live on air. We'll be right back.
And there's a light that brightens up my day.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Phone lines are open at 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
The opinions expressed.
In state-of-the-art healing? Call Ray Crowley at 561-276-9643. Ray Crowley is a pioneer in the use of hyperbaric oxygen therapy, effectively treating cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, brain injuries, strokes, and showing great promise for treating COVID-19 without mechanical respirators. Ray Crowley has 40 years of experience in physical therapy, treating sports injuries, traumatic brain injury, and other neurological conditions with astonishing results. Visit OxygenRescueCareCentersOfAmerica.com or call Crowley Physical Therapy in Delray Beach at 561-276-9643 to schedule your appointment today.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Welcome back to the second hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next hour, call in and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, and share love and light.
Yes, indeed. Love may hold the answer right here. And we've got a lot of answers we're looking for. If you check the Facebook feed, we got questions and questions and questions and YouTube, and we're here for you. So we're going to go to the phone lines first at 888-565-1470. We are here together for the next almost an hour. So we're going to go to Facebook, we're going to YouTube, we're going to go to the phone lines, and I sure hope we get to talk to you. And if you haven't joined our mailing list, go to sarahspiritual.com and join the mailing list so that you know when we're doing live shows that maybe you're not used to us popping up during that time. We've got a lot of surprises for you, and we've got classes coming up, and it's going to be a roll up your sleeves. Have a great year in 2021 kind of momentum we're going to build for everybody. And if you'd like to have a personal session with me, Sarah Spiritual, then please go to sarahspiritual.com, sessions, and see the type of session that you want to have, because we've got quite the bit going on. And let's see what we've got on our phone lines. I've got to go to Heather in Claremont. Heather in Claremont. Heather, how you doing? Hi, Heather. Hold on 1 minute, please. We're going to grab Heather.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now. Thanks so much. They were just pushing buttons there. All right. So let's see, Heather, what is your question for us tonight?
I'm so sorry. I couldn't hear you. We lost connection.
What's our question for us tonight, Heather, please?
Yes, my question is, I'm having a difficult time right now with my future, trying to figure out with my children and my love life. I just want to know where I stand.
Yeah, so let's review. Let's go back to 2020. We'll go back to the end of 2019. Spirit tells me that things got really challenging for you in 2020 and kind of a lot of things came to a head. Does this make sense? And it's not about the pandemic. It's about other things that were going on personally with you. Is this true, please?
Yes.
Yes. And they also make me feel that 2019 was kind of a lead up to things kind of going, and what the word they say is south. So they make me feel like the relationship is disconnected. It's not on the same page in your love life. Is this true, please? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And I feel like there's a division right now. Yes? What is the birthday of the person that you're asking me about, please?
2/14/90.
Okay. Okay. So I want you to look at this, Heather, and I want you to hold the vision of what you want this relationship to be, because as I look at this energy, I see somebody who is torn, literally kind of being torn in a different direction. They've got too many things on their plate. They can't focus. They're not really ready to dive all in, but yet they send mixed signals. And so you need to give them space. They are going through something that is going to create a shift that they're supposed to be able to find their rhythm and their balance. And are they working on something for their career? Because Spirit makes me feel as if there's some work, job, next step that they have to take. But it feels like there's an issue around it. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it a certain person or a thing?
No, there's something going on with work, and then there's other things going on. But I feel like work and career is something that is not working well for them, and they're trying to move forward in that. Yes, this is correct. That's something they're working on, correct?
I think so, yes.
Okay. And then I also feel as if something is pulling them back and trying to make them turn around instead of move forward. So I feel like there's a tie to the past that is creating some angst, some confusion, some disruption. And it's almost like, hey, over here, pay attention. It's someone in family or someone who's connected, who has a strong connection with the individual that you're asking about. So you have to really give them a chance to show you who they are and see if they're going to stand up and show that they are really interested in this relationship. You know, when I look at this relationship, the first thing that I see is that there's a great connection, great chemistry, but I also feel as if you are more ready for the relationship than they are. Does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, if you take a good look, I mean, you know, we hope that the person that we adore is on the same page, but sometimes they're like 2 pages behind. So we have to see if they're able to move forward. Yes?
Well, we're in the process actually of a divorce, but I just wanted to see where he was standing from.
Yeah. There's a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion around him. Okay?
Okay.
So divorces aren't easy. But he is torn between obligations that are outside the family, feeling like he needs to meet everybody else's expectations, and he's feeling just very torn is the word they keep giving me.
Yes.
Okay. So whatever that storyline is, that narrative, if it's not conducive for the life that you want to create for yourself and your children, then you have to learn to honor yourself and create a safe, loving environment for your children. That's most important, yes.
Does he have regrets?
Ask the question a different way for me, Heather, please, because...
Is there like remorse? Is that what it is too from his end?
This is a person who is a bit wishy-washy in nature. So they will have regrets from time to time. Are they man enough to look at the regret and say, I think I need to take a better look at this and take a step back and make sure I did everything I could before I walk away? I don't know that he's man enough to do that.
Thank Thank you. You gave me the answer I needed.
Okay. That's from spirit. Okay. He's not where he can be as a human being yet. So what you can do as someone who loves him, and you love him, is see him as the complete picture of who you know he can be and hold that vision. And then he will always be the right person for you in a way that is conducive for moving forward in either direction, be it we get divorced and we have to co-parent and connect, or we take a break and then we revisit and we become better people apart so that we can be a better couple together. But he's not a strong man. And so if he would leave once, he will leave again. This is an issue.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Heather, is this your first time? You're welcome. First time calling the show?
No, actually, this is the second time.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us again and following the show. I greatly appreciate it. All right. God bless
Thank
you.
you,
Stay
Sarah.
well. Bye for now. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
You know, Heather brings up an interesting point. It's always difficult for us when we have a vision of something that we want a relationship to be, and the other person is just not strong enough in who they are to know who they are and to invest themselves. And so we hold the vision, and sometimes we hang on to something that's not meant to be. Truly, it is important for us to pay attention to the signs that the universe does give us so that we can notice what we need to notice, so we can follow the path that is best for our own personal joy and happiness, and know that the universe has our back. You know, people invest in different ways, and people can show you that they love you, and they have different love languages. So not everybody does things the same exact way. But if you have someone in your life that's not showing up for you, not present, you need to take a look at that relationship and really see if there's something more that you need to do for yourself or for them, and then decide where the relationship is going to go. Because the one thing we learned in 2020 is that time is very valuable, and that we need to be surrounded with people that support us and love us. And the journey of life is something that is, well, not a permanent experience. So we have to enjoy every moment that we can. We're going to take another question from the phone lines, and that's going to bring me from Claremont. I've got to go to West Palm Beach. I've got Tessa on the line. Tessa, how you doing?
I am doing well, thank you. How about yourself?
Good. Thank you so much. Is this your first time calling?
This is my second time calling.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. And how did you originally hear about the show, Tessa?
From my girlfriend, Diane.
Okay. Well, thank Diane for me. Okay. I really appreciate it. All right. So, Miss Tessa, the way I see it here. Oh, yes, Steed. So your angels and your guides, they want you to know that expansion is great for you this year. Connecting with people is important for you this year. Getting yourself out of the routine is important for you this year. Claiming the value and your worth is important for you this year. This making any sense to you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Correct.
And journaling is important for you this year. Are we writing?
Yeah, writing somewhat, yes.
Okay.
I am.
I want you to write. I want you to journal. I want you to talk to the universe. I want you to be open to express yourself, because this is where the ideas of inspiration come for you, Tessa. And Tessa, I'm really drawn to the fact that there's a lot of love and support on the other side for you, connection with loved ones. And I'm also drawn to the fact that the angels are present around you. I have Archangel Michael around you, but I also have, and this is what leads me to say for you to write, I have Archangel Gabriel. This is the inspiration angel, the creativity angel, the writing angel, the messenger angel. And I feel like you've been becoming overwhelmed with messages from the universe, like you're getting these promptings and you're kind of like, well, what am I going to do with this? Does this make sense to you, please?
Yes, I have. Okay. Yes, constantly.
And I also feel as if there's a woman who stands above you, female energy. I'm placing her now, but she's come to you in a dream. There's a grandmother who passed who has come to you in a dream, Tessa, please. Strong woman, please.
My mother.
Oh, that's your mom. Mom was a strong woman, please, yes?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
And she taught you to mind your manners and know your place, but also make sure your voice was heard. This makes sense to you?
That's her.
That's her. Okay.
Yeah.
Very much around you, very supportive. She makes me feel as if there was a moment where you got to return the favor and do for her the way she did for you. Does this make sense to you? You had an opportunity to do something for her in her last days, please, Tessa?
I don't recall what, because I love her so much. I should have loved all the time, so it was like constantly everyday love.
But I feel like in the last few days, were you there with her, cared for her? This is what she's making me feel like the way she cared for you, you cared back for her.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I care for her.
And you took care of her at the end. Yes, please?
Yes, we all did. Three sisters.
Okay.
Yes, we all did.
Mm-hmm. But you paid particular attention to what made her comfortable. This is also true, yes?
I have, because I'm very spiritual, just like she is.
Yes.
So.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What's your question for me, Tessa?
Thank you. My question is, for the last 2 years, I've just been going through a lot in my relationship with my ex-husband, so I was wondering if the Spirit sees a loving and solid relationship in the future for me, in the near future, because I'm really tired of what things are going at this time in my life.
Well, to keep doing the same thing, expect a different result, we know. Cray. Okay, so.
I know.
What, Tessa, is your ex's birthday?
His birthday is August 2nd, 1973.
Okay. Well, we are looking for a partner who is honest, communicative, honest again, loyal, someone who is really open and sharing their feelings. Yes, this is what we're looking for in the future. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your ex, the leopard, will not change his spots. So I feel like the back and forth that's going on between the two of you, feel like it's almost like it's, I don't know, like a mind game. Does this make sense to you?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay.
He's in another country as well.
Yeah. So we need to let this be for now.
Yeah.
And so, and the answer for your love life is, as I move you past your birthday and I move you into the month of July, that's when I feel like the energy opens up. But I also feel like for some reason, and this is why we say what we say, that your ex comes back at a point next year and is going to come looking, and you need to hold your boundaries and hold your ground. Stand your ground, girl.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, that would be a hashtag love don't live here no more.
I understand.
Okay.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
It is going to be a very powerful year at the end of this year and next year. Next year, I see a real major burst in your career. So, and the career move is not about work life. It is about business, something that's your baby, something that you create. This is an idea you have brewing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you're correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This idea will really do well for you. So keep birthing it. My spirit guides tell me to tell you, tell no one. Keep it to yourself.
Will do.
Until you're ready to give birth. Yeah. There's a line that says, let your desires be spoken only unto the Lord. That means God is smart enough to know that people don't know how to hold the space, to hold the vision, and be actually happy for people. So we might as well just keep it to ourselves and have the conversation with God. So it's going to be an interesting year. Thanks so much for calling again, following the show, Tessa. And since you're in West Palm Beach, be sure to stop by my center, the Expedito Enlightenment Center. Love to catch you there.
I will, and thank you so much. God bless you.
God bless you. Love you. Bye. 888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, well, we're just jumping all around the state of Florida and a few other places around the country, Can't wait to talk to you. I do hope that we get to answer your calls right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. You're listening to Sarah Spiritual at Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, answering your questions just about life. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your soul? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has its story, like a movie playing in a different theater.
Interested in state-of-the-art healing? Call Ray Crowley at 561-276-9643. Ray Crowley is a pioneer in the use of hyperbaric oxygen therapy, effectively treating cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, brain injuries, strokes, and showing great promise for treating COVID-19 without mechanical respirators. Ray Crowley has 40 years of experience in physical therapy, treating sports injuries, traumatic brain injury, and other neurological conditions with astonishing results. Visit OxygenRescueCareCentersOfAmerica.com or call Crowley Physical Therapy in Delray Beach at 561-276-9643 to schedule your appointment today.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Did you call me with your soul? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has its soul.
Oh, yes, indeed. Every soul's got a story. And let me tell you, we got some stories going on here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. And I got to tell you, we are wrapping up all of these questions here, and we got quite the conversation going on Facebook. And I know we got questions on the board at 888-565-1470. If you were just joining us, we are answering your questions about life, love, just about anything, So let's pop over to the Facebook feed because we have a question from Tammy Hill. Tammy Hill's been in the feed, and good to know it's a little chilly up by you, Tammy Hill, and that it's a little warm here in sunny South Florida. But you know, I heard a comment that you had made also in the feed, something about, you know, getting more than you can handle. God, you know, I said earlier, God gives us not more than we can handle, and you're feeling a little overwhelmed and that things have been a little hard on you. But you have to watch, and I say this so that you can really feel the value of what I'm about to say, and also anyone listening. Sometimes if we're feeling overwhelmed and there's a lot of things coming at us, a lot of difficulties, we have to also be careful that we are not pulling in other people's stories and other people's drama and spilling it into our life. You know, let's say your neighbor or your cousin or your friends or your sister or your brother, they've got stuff going on. And then you're like, oh, and I'm worried about this. And you start to mount all these things around, and it creates a lot of drama. So Tammy Hill, the first step in having a successful 2021, and this may be a little difficult, is step the heck away from drama. If there's a dramatic storyline associated with it and it is not directed at you or about you, and you are not a part of the story, but people are trying to implement and pull you into their story, step the heck back, because this is the time, Tammy Hill, for you to understand that it is an important time for you to create boundaries, for you to honor yourself and live in the present moment. You know, there's a lot of stories that happen in families, and, you know, I would say everyone's family goes through some transition, and we all have those few family members that no matter what goes on, they're always in a story of trouble or something's up with them. So we can't buy into that energy, because then that begins to influence our existence and our day-to-day life, and it becomes problematic. Tammy Hill, things will be with you, working well for you this year. Your angels are with you. I do see increase in money coming to you, and I actually feel like once you step back from some of the family drama and you realize you're your own person and you are really motivated to have a business idea and maybe work in connection with someone that's close to you, you're going to find that things really begin to move in a positive direction. And if you ever get too chilly in Connecticut, then Tammy Hill, come on down, because the sun's nice and warm here in sunny South Florida. So thanks, Tammy Hill, for your question, and we appreciate your following the show and being a part of the conversation in the feed. Who else do we have on our Facebook feed? We got Nat Mike Allen. He's like, hey, Sarah, what's up? What's to come for me job-wise? You know, Nat Mike Allen, this is a good transformational time for you. And I know that a move did not settle in exactly the way you wanted it to. And so there was some more movement and some transition around your life over the past 2 years. But I do see, Nat Mike Allen, that there will be opportunity for a new job role, a new position outside of where you are. There's a new job coming. And when I spin you out to new work, makes me feel as if the 5th month, which is the month of May of 2021, that's going to offer you some of the transformation that you're looking for in job role and the financial increase that will make life a little easier since, phew, it's been a rough road. Thanks so much, Nat Mike Allen, for your Facebook question. Going to pull one more from Facebook. Let's see. We got Connie Rodriguez. She says, hey, looks like Connie Rodriguez wants a whole reading. She's like, financial, love, work, health. In other words, hashtag Sarah, anything you've got for us. And, you know, the first thing that I'm made aware of for you, Connie Rodriguez, is financially, things have been a bit of a struggle. And I know you've been through a lot of transformation over the past 2 years. And I really feel that this year is going to offer you an opportunity to bring in more finances and make a shift for work that is a different role for yourself as well. When I look at this energy, I am made aware of love life seems a little spotty, a little shaky. I'm like, I kind of touch my head like, what am I going to do? But I feel as if now you're learning to honor yourself first, and it is going to create a better dynamic in the personal relationships. Connie Rodriguez, look for after your birthday, and it's coming up this month, so we wish you a very happy birthday. It'll be by the end of the month. So Connie Rodriguez, after your birthday, things begin to turn around, and look for a place that is going to make you feel as if you're appreciated while you work, and this will go a long way for you. Thanks so much, Connie Rodriguez, for your Facebook question. We're going to go back to the phone lines, and I've got to go to James, and James is in Pompano. James, how are you tonight?
I'm okay.
Good, James. Good to connect with you. How can I assist you?
I'm like at a fork in the road right now. Basically, wanting to know what business avenue should I take. What is my main purpose?
Well, you're in a fork in the road because that's a difficulty when you have a lot of talent, yes?
Yes.
You can do many things. I see that you're a good marketer, a good promoter, a good connector. Yes, you're very good at bringing people together and connecting them, James. Is that true?
Absolutely correct.
And I love the fact that you love to travel, you love to meet new people, and if you could hop on a plane and go here, there, and be a free spirit, that would be perfect for you. But in a pandemic, not really looking like we're doing that. And I feel like the fork in the road is also due to circumstances of what the world has morphed into. Is this also true?
Correct.
All right. I also feel that I see, did you do promoting or events or something, please, James?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So that's kind of taken a little 1-2 punch, and it's not quite what it used to be, yes? And we're not quite feeling the Zoom event thing, right?
Correct. It took a lot of my drive and energy away. So,
So let's go back within. James, you are a creator. You are a wayshower. You are a whisperer of music and rhythm. You have the connections with people, yes?
Correct.
Okay. This is a good quiet time to write and create. You can also do some type of digital connection marketing for people and build a following and a presence because you've got the connections to build momentum for people, even though we can't outwardly express the true realization of the events and the talents and the connections with others in the physical form. But you could very successfully become a person who connects others and networks others and get paid for that and markets others without actually doing an event.
Really? I don't know how to do that yet.
Well, you can. Think outside the box, James. Think outside the box. And you are connected to the music industry, please?
Correct.
Okay. And we write, yes?
Yes.
Okay. This is a good time for you to write. You're not driven to distraction and busyness and running here and there. You've got something waiting to be birthed inside you that no one's really experienced yet. So I know you may say, how am I going to pay the bills with that, Sarah Spiritual? But find the space within yourself to do that. And through the joy and the happiness that that can bring you, an opportunity will come together for you that allows you to earn money while you do what you love. What is the other opportunity that you're considering at this time in your fork in the road?
I was just starting a business, providing a service that everybody needs. I'm not exactly sure what yet, but,
Well, you're a good marketer, you're a good connector. So a business everybody needs is, you're going to have to define it. You need to look at your niche, your connections, and see what's something that will really help them in their business. People need marketing. People need consulting. People need guidance. Maybe you can help people jumpstart their business. Maybe you can help people hook people up in a connection of they need people, the people, you introduce them, and you introduce people and they pay you a fee to connect them with the right business partners or the right marketers or the right creative content writers, whatever it is. You know a lot of people.
Yeah. Yes, I do. I can see myself doing that.
Yeah. So write it out. Kind of see what it feels like and looks like and see what your target audience, your current target audience, could benefit from. And then see if we were to expand from the current target audience, what would ideal demographic of another target audience be with lucrative pockets, and then we build a business.
Thank you. Will do. Thank you.
You're welcome, James. Thanks so much. Guy, bye for now. Okay, 888-565-1470. We're going to go right back to the phone lines. I've got to go to Jennifer, and Jennifer is in Broward County. Jennifer, how are you tonight?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great, Jennifer. Is this your first time calling us?
No.
Okay, well, glad to have you back. And
Thank
Jennifer,
you.
Happy New Year. What's your question for us?
Happy New Year. Well, I wanted to know what's going on with my life financially because since my chemo treatment has been, I don't know, how's my career wise. I'm trying to do, open business, well, little by little, starting to start
Right.
registering and everything. I don't know if I'm going to be successful. It's kind of like, I don't know what's going on financially.
Well, you're not at your personal best, are you?
No.
Okay. So, kind of hard to be creative and stuff when you're really kind of tired. Is this true?
Yes, I'm very tired and I sleep. I don't know. My body's very tired from the medication.
Yeah.
I want to do more, but it's like my body's telling me no.
Because you've got to heal, right? How much longer do we have for the treatment?
Right now I finished, but I'm still taking some medication, some pills.
Okay.
And my breathing is not doing so good, so I have to. Health-wise, it's like everything is just coming one by one. It's like I'm fighting. I'm done with one, and I'm going to another fight.
Well, the body is just transforming itself and clearing out all the toxins, and it is just kind of manifesting in different spots, but it's all clearing. And
Okay.
if I were you, I would make sure I give myself the rest, but I also want you to know that this is a year that we close out the chapters of things that no longer serve you as you complete 2021. We're clearing out old energy. So to work on building new business
Yeah.
for yourself, something online, something that will connect sales to you. Yes, will you want to do a product, please, Jennifer?
Yes,
Okay.
because I'm a cosmetologist.
Okay. So you can do that and really build a nice following that way. And so it'll take a little bit of time, but you must allow the body to heal. This is so important to you, okay?
Okay.
And it's going to take a little bit more time. And the lungs are a little heavy right now. We're having difficulty breathing, almost like an asthma or
Yes.
bronchial kind of feel,
Yes.
please. Yes.
Yeah. Is that asthma or because I have to go see the doctor? My pulmonary test came off really not good.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to go see my primary doctor and, so I don't really know. Is everything okay?
Well, I'm not a doctor, can't diagnose, but I do feel everything will be okay. But I do feel that, again, it's just like I feel like the bronchial tubes, things are just very tight, right? So we
Yeah.
can't get that good full breath of air, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And, you're at a rather young age to be going through all this. Is this also true?
Yeah.
Talk about getting a curveball in 2020, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. But I do believe you caught everything on the very early side. Yes, that's what the doctor said. So we just need to let the body kind of heal. And there may be some kind of breathing treatment that you'll take for a while just to kind of open up the airwaves. And I would go right away to the doctor to make sure that you get the next step as soon as possible. Okay?
Okay.
All right,
What
Jennifer.
about financial-wise? Is everything, are you see no job? Or?
You also do, you're a cosmetologist, but you also do some other work on the side. Yes, please?
Yes.
Are you in healthcare or something, please?
Yes.
Okay. I do see you getting some work, working with a patient. I do see that coming. However, it's a little soon for that, so let's work on building the business. You will manage financially for now, but things will improve as the year progresses once you get your health a little stronger.
Okay.
All right, Jennifer, thank you so much. And we're going to ask the healing angel, Archangel Raphael, to come and to give you the healing that you need. All right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye for now.
Bye.
We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to answer your questions right here on WWNN. Stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. We're going to be right back.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before?
Interested in state-of-the-art healing? Call Ray Crowley at 561-276-9643. Ray Crowley is a pioneer in the use of hyperbaric oxygen therapy, effectively treating cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, brain injuries, strokes, and showing great promise for treating COVID-19 without mechanical respirators. Ray Crowley has 40 years of experience in physical therapy, treating sports injuries, traumatic brain injury, and other neurological conditions with astonishing results. Visit OxygenRescueCareCentersOfAmerica.com or call Crowley Physical Therapy in Delray Beach at 561-276-9643 to schedule your appointment today.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Interested in relieving tension, reducing stress, and revitalizing your energy? Call reflexologist Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954 to book your session. Reflexology of the hands, face, and ears improves circulation, the functioning of the nervous system, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, and leads to a glowing complexion. Experience what reflexology can do for you today. Contact Isabel Prado at 561-682-0954.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free, worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope.
Yes, indeed. We are right back here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. And we're answering your questions all across the nation. And we wish you a very, very happy new year. We know 2020 was, well, a definite one. That had a lot of interesting craziness go on. But we are really open to new possibilities in 2021. And if you'd like to know more about what personally is coming up for you and how you can navigate life, I do hope you tune in to future broadcasts, and I also ask you to go to sarahspiritual.com. We have a general reading. We have personal sessions talking about your spirit guides. We have a soul integration where we get to work with the aspects of your soul that have become fragmented during experiences in life. And if you're curious, just a little curious as to what's going on for 2021 in multiple areas, then go to sarahspiritual.com. It's still on sale, my 2021 forecast. and your New Year's kit to get the new year off to a great start. We'll pop it up on the screen so you get an idea of what we have, but you can go to sarahspiritual.com and take a look at all the fabulous products that we have, as well as a personal reading session. We're going to go right back to the phone lines, and let's see. We've got to go to Illinois. I've got Eileen. Eileen, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, Eileen. And what is your question for us here?
I'm wondering about love in the new year.
Okay. So this year represents clearing up, prepping up for the 2021, 22, 23 time. So this year is a very powerful year to set your intentions of a new beginning. It's almost as if, Eileen, that you were looking for a new life for yourself. Like this second half of life, you kind of would like it to be different. You want to have a vision. You want to have partner. You want to have passion, compassion. You want to have freedom. You want to have financial wellness. These are the things that you've put your foot on the path of conversations with divine, with the universe. This is true, yes?
Yes, it is.
So when I move you forward, I do feel that this clears the slate for love. I feel like we've let go of the past hurts and disappointments and that we're ready for something new and fresh. And you want to know that the person that you attract is someone that's an equal vibrational match. You want to feel like they're really your partner, yes?
Yes.
And I also feel that there is a lot of changes that have to be set in motion first before you really can connect to the person that you want to be with. So to set your intention in mind of, this is where I want to be, this is who I would like my partner to be, and this is where I would like to live. Kind of setting your mindset on where you would like to be and envisioning that, that's going to draw that forth. I also have a very interesting exercise for you. I want you to write down about 100 qualities of a partner that you would like to have, everything that you would like to have on a list. And handwrite it, not on the phone, not on the iPad, not on the computer. Handwritten note of, I would like a partner who is kind, loving, compassionate, intelligent, communicative, loyal, friendly, enjoys this, likes this, and just go through the list of what you would like your partner to be. The common interest, the connection. And I want you to really sit and talk to your angels and write it down. And as you write this down, then when you fold it up, you put it in your wallet, you carry it with you everywhere you go. And now we begin the mantra. I don't know where, I don't know when, but today's the day true love comes my way. I don't know where, I don't know when, but today's the day true love comes my way. This is how we set the power of the intention, and we become the magnet with which draws forth unto us the loving partner that we have written down on a piece of paper. And the best work we can do alongside of that is to ask ourselves, am I the person that I'm asking this person to be? And to work on self while envisioning this person stepping forward. And this will bring this. I don't have a timeline for you, but what I can say is that love is coming. And it is time to be open and receptive, but a bit of open heart, willingness, letting the walls down, which we have some walls up, so we're going to have to chip away at that. And I want you to have a little more specificity as to what you'd like to create.
Okay.
Okay. So it'll be a good time for you, a good time of change coming in 2021. There's thought of a move too, yes?
Heavily thinking of it, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So whatever that storyline's going to be, you begin to envision that. Do I want to go here? What would that be like? Do I want to go there? What would that be like? Where would I like to settle down with my partner? What would we do if we lived there? What would we do if we lived in this location? Just kind of put yourself in the envisioning state and watch what happens. See, I have to be careful what I think. The minute I think something, stuff goes down. So I really watch what I think.
Okay. Do you see me moving with a partner or before?
There's a real strong possibility you're going to move before.
Before.
Mm-hmm. It's like, what would make you happy? Where do you want to be?
Somewhere warmer.
Okay. Then put yourself there Put on your best shoes, your short shorts, and off we go, honey.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for calling. Happy New Year.
Thank you. God bless you.
God bless
Thanks.
you. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. If we don't get to your call tonight, please write that down because we would love to talk to you next Wednesday night from 6 to 8 p.m. I almost said tomorrow. I'm like, no, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. But then again, you never know. I'll be here tomorrow. Okay. No, don't call tomorrow because I don't think I'll be here. That would be crazy. One time people thought I was here and the phones rang and they just wanted to just choke me here at WWNN. We're going to go to New Jersey. I have Lisi. I think I'm saying that right. Lisi on the line.
Yeah, that's it.
Hello, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good to connect with you. The pandemic did not let you pop on up or pop on down to South Florida, yes?
No. Yeah, it did not this year.
Not this year, but normally you would be in West Palm Beach sitting across from me. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
I was like, I don't know too many people with that name, so I think I got the right name. Let me see if this is who I think I spy with my Sarah spiritual eye. And here we go. So Happy New Year, and thank you for following the show, and of course staying connected with me. I know that we've been connected for years, so I do appreciate that.
Sure.
Long time, right? Like, I don't know, like 12 years? Or so. You've been connected to me since I pretty much opened, I think, yes?
I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be my 15th year, so.
Oh, God bless you. It's
Thank
wonderful.
you. Thank you for following. So, how's life in Jersey?
Besides the cold, it's okay.
It's okay. What's your question for me tonight before they wave me off for the end of the show?
Okay. All right. Give me an idea about 2021. It's been a rough couple of years for me.
Yes.
Really rough. Well, you know that I lost my partner, and anyway, so I'm getting there little by little, but give me an idea about 2021, please.
Yes, 221. First thing they bring up to the forefront is that there's financial wellness that comes into the picture. There's a solid feel to the year. Somehow there's an influx of money. So I don't know where the money is and how we're generating it, but there's influx. Those are the words they give me. Financially solid influx of. I also see that there's a sense of loneliness and discontentment that is with you as well, that has settled in. Not quite a depression, but you're feeling kind of down, yes? And it's been really weighing on you, yes?
Lonely.
Yes.
Him and I went everywhere to.
Yes.
Actually, he would take me to see you all the time.
I know. Wait for you. I remember that. So, when I see that connection, I just want you to know that there will be someone who will be not the same type of partner, but a companion and a connection for you. But they're waving me off. I do want you to know that it'll be a positive year, financially well year. There'll be a lot of healing. And through that process, you're going to find a little better sense of connection and oneness here on earth. All right, my dear?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for following me. Bye for now. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining us. There is a light, and please know that there's a light in each and every one of you. Be careful to hold that light in the highest regard and send it out to brighten everyone on the planet. Remember, think positive, happy thoughts, and be the magnet of that which you attract, because it's all possible. Thank you so much for joining us here on WWNN. I am Sarah Spiritual. We appreciate you. 570 live shows. We are so happy to be here. God bless you. Good night. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
That opens doors for...
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate life. Listen and call in next week and let Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, Visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in next week for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.